We're closing, Prairie ended up in the subway and played her violin, hoping her father would follow the sound. Back to the present, the group realizes it's morning now so they must go home, but they agree to meet again. The next day at school, Alfonso receives pictures of a Russian accident from a number who refuses to share their identity. Afterward, a teacher informs him he's won a very important scholarship, and if he doesn't want to lose it, he must stay out of trouble. Meanwhile, Steve and Jesse are investigating Prairie's story, confirming they sent the text. The bus accident is real, but they can't find any evidence of a Nina. Buck offers to help, but Alfonso wants no part of it. In the evening, the group gathers in the abandoned house again so Prairie continues her story. In the subway, she kept on playing her violin while ignoring her need to eat or sleep. One day a man called Hap found her and recognized her music as Russian. He also could tell she had a near-death experience or NDE. Hap took Prairie to dinner and explained he was an anesthesiologist. When one of his patients flatlined, he heard something whoosh out of their body then whoosh back in, and since then he was obsessed with figuring out where that something goes. He spent his life studying people who had NDS and thought Prairie should have never been medicated because it took away what made her special. He also shared a machine that allowed Prairie to hear the heartbeats in the room, including her own. Excited by the fact someone finally understood her, Prairie asked Hap to take her with him and study her as part of his research, so they flew in his private plane, which left no records. At Hap's house, Prairie tried to call her parents but they never picked up, implying the phone line was fake. Afterward, Hap took her to her new room in his basement lab, locking the door behind him when he left. Hearing this, Prairie worried and started touching her so-called room, only to discover she was in a small cell. The man in the cell next to hers tried to calm her down with some words, and Prairie learned his name was Homer. In the present, Prairie has a breakdown at the memories and runs back to her house, where she lays in bed in the fetal position for the rest of the night. The next day at the mall, Nancy is harassed by a reporter called Patricia, who wants to write a book about Prairie's story. A furious Nancy immediately tells her off, and before leaving, Patricia gives her a copy of one of her books plus her business card. However, Nancy can't stop thinking about